courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. The chosen one exemplifies this in every action, rising through storms that would break others. Walking paths lined with danger, judgment, and uncertainty, this is not the kind of courage that is loud or boastful. It is quiet, enduring, and consistent. It exists in moments no one sees, when the chosen one stands alone in the face of betrayal, ridicule, and resistance. Yet through all this, there is no turning back. There is an inner fire that refuses to be extinguished, even when the world throws its coldest winds. This courage has been forged in pain, in countless setbacks, and in long nights filled with doubt. But it keeps pushing forward, because the chosen one understands that their mission is bigger than their fear. Being chosen means being set apart, and with that comes a heavy weight. There is often no blueprint to follow, no mentor to lean on, no guaranteed support system to fall back on. The chosen one walks paths that few understand, making bold decisions with only intuition, divine direction, and inner conviction to guide them. Still, they press forward, standing firm in who they are. Even when surrounded by misunderstanding or hatred, many admire from afar, not fully comprehending the depth of the battles faced, the emotional toll paid in private, or the strength it takes to show up again and again. This unshakable courage is what turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. It turns obstacles into stepping stones and transforms trials into powerful testimonies. There are moments when the chosen one could blend in, could take the easy route, but something inside won't allow compromise. That something is purpose. The burden of knowing you are different, called, and destined carries with it the kind of pressure that either breaks people or awakens their greatness, in this case. It awakens a level of courage that is divinely rooted. The chosen one becomes a living example of faith in action, taking steps without full clarity, speaking truth when it's not popular, and standing alone when it's necessary. People may question them, mock them, even try to silence them, but the chosen one's courage doesn't waver because it is built on something immovable. This courage is also not self-serving. It extends outward. Others feel it and are inspired by it. In a world filled with fear and confusion, the chosen one becomes a light, not because they are perfect, but because they are real, relentless, and resolute. They reveal what it means to face life honestly, to embrace destiny even when it hurts, and to move in faith when the road is unclear. This strength is contagious. It wakes up sleeping giants. It encourages others to believe in their own hidden strength and to question the limits placed on them by society, fear, or their past. Each act of courage, whether it's walking away from toxic people, standing up for truth, following an unusual path, or defending what is right, adds to the legacy of the chosen one. It is not dramatic acts alone that define them, but the daily decision to remain grounded, focused, and bold. The world may not always celebrate this kind of bravery, but souls are watching, learning, and being quietly transformed. The chosen one's courage becomes a ripple effect, reaching farther than they could ever imagine. Every silent battle won, every tear wiped away without recognition, and every step taken without applause is building a story that others will one day look to for strength, hope, and guidance. Brilliance is not just found in academic achievements or high-level thinking. It's found in the ability to apply wisdom, vision, and clarity in ways that inspire others and create impact. The chosen one possesses an intelligence that isn't merely learned. It's intuitive, sharp, and deeply spiritual. It comes from a place of connection to the self, to higher guidance, and to the needs of the world. This intelligence allows them to see what others miss, to understand things beyond the surface, and to move with precision even in chaos. It's the kind of brilliance that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It speaks through actions. Strategy and purpose. The chosen one sees patterns, anticipates challenges, and innovates solutions before others even realize there is a problem. This mental clarity sets them apart, creating a space where others naturally look to them for direction and understanding. What truly makes this intelligence inspiring is how it is used. It's not hoarded or used for manipulation. It is shared, freely, turned into guidance, wisdom, and practical support for others. The chosen one often becomes a silent teacher, someone whose insights speak directly to the hearts of those around them. They are problem solvers, visionaries, and thought leaders in ways that feel natural rather than forced. People may not always understand how the chosen one seems to just know, but they feel the depth and rightness of their words and decisions. Their brilliance doesn't create separation. It builds connection. It empowers others to think for themselves, to break old patterns, and to unlock their own gifts. This intelligence is also deeply rooted in awareness, not just of facts or information, but of people, energy, and timing. The chosen one knows when to speak and when to remain silent, when to act and when to wait. Their moves are intentional, calculated not with cold logic alone, but with heart and spiritual insight. This multidimensional intelligence is rare, and it captivates those who come into contact with it, whether through conversations, leadership, creativity, or silence. The chosen one leaves an imprint. They elevate every space they enter, not by dominating it, but by refining it. People walk away from their presence with clarity, direction, and inspiration they didn't have before. One of the most admirable aspects of this intelligence is that it's used not to impress, but to uplift. The chosen one could easily seek praise, attention, or status, but they often prefer to work quietly, letting their impact speak louder than their words. They are driven not by ego, but by purpose. Not by applause, but by alignment. Their intelligence is practical, yet profound, a fusion of mind and soul that allows them to make wise decisions, see through deception, and manifest ideas into reality. They don't just dream, they design, build, and execute, all while staying true to their values. This brilliance also includes emotional intelligence. The chosen one reads energy, feels shifts in the atmosphere, and understands unspoken emotions in ways that many overlook. This allows them to navigate relationships with care, to speak healing words at just the right time, and to hold space for others in their most vulnerable moments. It's not manipulation, it's divine insight, and with this insight, they change lives, often without realizing the full extent of their influence. Their intelligence gives them an inner compass, a system of knowing that doesn't rely on the external world for validation. They trust their inner voice because it has proven to be accurate again and again. Those who encounter the chosen one often remember not just what they said, but how they made them feel, seen, understood, awakened. This is the brilliance that leads with humility, teaches without arrogance, and creates without seeking recognition. It is rare, magnetic, and deeply respected. The chosen one carries a presence that naturally leaves a mark on others, not because of loud declarations or forced attention, but because of the undeniable energy they carry. Their life becomes an example of possibility, strength, and transformation. Their words resonate deeply. Their actions uplift those around them, and their mere existence challenges others to look within and rise higher. The impact they have on people is often subtle, but long-lasting, shifting mindsets, awakening dormant dreams, and inspiring change in places that have long been stagnant. They do not seek validation or applause, yet many admire them, drawn to the clarity, power, and peace they radiate. This influence is not manufactured. It is born from authenticity. The chosen one is not trying to impress others or chase popularity. Their influence grows organically from how they live, how they respond to adversity, and how they carry themselves in a world full of pretense. People gravitate toward them not just for advice or leadership, but to feel connected to something real, in a society overwhelmed with false images and empty words. The chosen one becomes a symbol of truth, not perfection, but purpose. That purpose speaks louder than any title or achievement ever could. Others can sense it. They feel safe, seen, and empowered just by being in their presence. This impact often comes with no announcement or spotlight. The chosen one can walk into a room and shift the energy without saying a word. It is the power of alignment, of walking fully in one's calling without compromise. They speak when it's time, act when it matters, and hold space when others can't. Their life becomes a light, illuminating paths for others who are still trying to find their own. And though many may admire them from a distance, they rarely understand the depth of inner work, the sacrifices, and the silent battles that have created such strength. That's what makes the chosen one's influence even more profound. It's forged in real experiences, not empty theories. People remember the chosen one not just for their strength, but for the way they make others feel strong. 2. Their presence awakens something within others, the courage to face fears, the wisdom to break toxic cycles, the fire to dream again. That is why their influence grows quietly yet powerfully. They may never hear about all the lives they've touched, but their energy ripples through communities, conversations, and hearts. Even those who envy or resist tea